Now it's streaming.
Okay, it's streaming now, but it doesn't look bigger, or it does.
No, it's the same. Maybe stop sharing and start from the scratch.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what about now?
Nothing.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to stop sharing completely and start sharing again from scratch. And now?
yeah, cool. We have it.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So
Maybe it's nice to start from the beginning for Roma. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
code part.
Okay. So I'll show the website also. Okay. So take two. Uh, so this is the web page for apertium init. You can all see it, I hope. Great. Um, and well, as we just discovered in take one, you can download this script directly from apertium, but that will not have LexD support. So in order to get the latest version, we're going to clone it directly from GitHub. So I copied the URL for this, and here I have where I'm working on my niece, and I'm going to clone it. Okay, so it's cloned. There it is. And in order to compile it, I type make, and it's just combining a whole bunch of things into a Python script. And now I have this apertium init.py program here. So I'm going to be using that to make my apertium module. And this guy will have support for LexD. So he's executable. I can ask him for help, and he'll show me all sorts of options. But the simplest way to call him is to give him the name of your language. So DDO, that's what it says, ABQ. So you're supposed to use a three-letter language code. And then you tell it what is the analyzer going to be. And we're using LexD for our analyzer. Okay, it's yelling at me because this is a dummy account that I use for scientific computing class. And so it's upset. So let me follow its instructions. And we'll run it again. Okay, so take three. So I run this apertium init command to create the ABQ module with the analyzer LexD. And now everything is working. Okay, so it successfully configured a make file. And here it is. Here's all the files that it made. It's an awful lot. Most of these you don't have to worry about at all. Most of these have to do with legal things, so like authors and copying. Some basic documentation that comes with all software. That's install and change log. You see there's a make file. There's actually a make file preprocessor. It's reading makefile.am. And this AC local is also part of this autogen.sh config.log. This is all part of the basic infrastructure for building software for lots of different kinds of computers. The important things that you want to look at are the LexD file, this RLX file, that's for transfer rules, and this 2L file. And UTX, I don't even remember what that is for. Maybe that's for universal dependencies tag conversion between the tags that are used for universal dependencies and the tags that are used in apertium. We're not worrying about that right now. So the primary two files, though, are this 2L file and the LexD file. Notice that it's so
no.
here's some yes.
Oh, while it again.
Oh, and it's hard to see?
I can't read it at all.
You can't read it at all. Okay, I can try to change the color.
Sorry for being so picky.
That's fine. Okay, I can switch to web safe colors. How about that? Is that better? Do you see any change at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, so just to be safe, I will make it a bit brighter.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yes.
now it's gray. Okay, fine. Whatever. I just replaced blue with gray. Okay, so it's setting up for you a bunch of comments describing how you handle basic part of speech categories and how you should handle punctuation marks. And it prepares for you a bunch of these. You can leave that in, and that will help you with analyzing punctuation. And here they include a basic example. You could just replace this with all of your LXD code. And makefile now is actually generated by the preprocessor. You should make your changes to makefile.am. They have a whole bunch of basic infrastructure here, but fundamentally at the end, there is indeed, let's see. So here's where it creates the two different LXD transducers. There's left to right and right to left. These are about directions which are only for analysis or only for generation. So this is one strategy that apertium is using. You don't really have to worry about it at all. So it's only if you make these comments. Right now I can type make, and it compiles everything for me. So you can add your LXD code to the LXD file. You can add your 2L code to the 2L file, and that's it. If you have multiple LXD files, then you add a makefile rule to combine them all and set the contents to this file. So you concatenate all of your LXD files and write them into here. That's it. That's all that I have to say. Any questions?
Why do we need it?
If you want to integrate with apertium, your modules have to be configured like this. So there's a bunch of metadata here about how to use the transducer for various tasks. And that's important for apertium, where you're going to be integrating with other people's software and other people's transducers.
Okay, I get it. And this is somehow connected to this web application that you showed me once.
Yes, so that's one of the programs so the sort of all of this is mostly about how to combine the software and make it and install it correctly. This modes.xml file is describing all of the different tasks that that you can perform with your transducer. And if you have CG code, oh, that's what the RLX files are. They're not transfer, they're for disambiguation. Apertium is reading this file, this XML file, and it's understanding how to use your transducer for various tasks based on that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I can show you what actually gets installed. I know I have the apertium Russian module installed. So here's where everything goes. Notice that these .bin files, those are the transducers themselves. They're also available in ATT format. That's what LXD is spitting out. So this is not an HFST module. there's a compiled copy of the disambiguation rules, morphological disambiguation. And then there are these mode files that were generated from the modes.xml. And so that's the metadata about how to use the Russian transducer. So that's basically it. If we get to the point where we start making bilingual modules, then there will be more interesting things to discuss about how things integrate with apertium. But right now we're not anywhere close to that. So I don't think I need to say anything more now.
I also have a question. Why didn't we start from this from at the beginning?
Two reasons. One reason is that I wanted there to be very few files so that there were very few opportunities to mess things up. The second reason is that I wasn't confident that the LexD support in apertium init was good. And now I am.
And do you know about testing in it? So we didn't discuss it, but is it possible to add tests there and change makefile, and then it will be acceptable for apertium?
Yeah, apertium right now doesn't have any global testing framework. So that's one of their projects for this summer, is to figure out what a testing framework should look like for apertium. But right now they don't have anything.
Okay.
So our experiments, I believe, will have impact on what they decide to do.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry for asking all those questions.
No, I mean, it's good.
Tuesday.
Somebody care. Okay, if nobody has any other questions, then I think we're done for today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So for next week, everybody's going to have a working computer, I hope. And I guess I'm expecting to hear about nouns. Oh, Chom, you said you won't have time to work on nouns for this next week.
I will probably, but it's not my priority.
Okay. Well, I will be looking forward to hearing about nouns then, from some people at least.
Wait, so we're supposed to implement them?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not much work for you, Dasha, isn't it?
Huh?
It's not a much work for you, isn't it?
Yeah, the noun system's really easy, so yeah, it's not.
Great.
But implementing the dictionary was going to be most of it, I think.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that you will have all nouns imported into your transducer.
Oh.
I want to see some examples, and I want to, to capture the declension system.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we don't have to connect the dictionaries to the transducer yet.
Right, yeah, right? No, I'm not expecting that you'll have all the entire dictionary imported into your transducer. That can be a big task. Okay. But I want to see that that you've thought about. Well, I don't know much about Abaza's noun system, but for other guys, I'm confident they will have some real work to do implementing cases.
Yeah, probably.
Poor guys.
Well, I'm not going to be suffering when it comes to verbs, so I guess we're all equal in the end.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has their time.
Right.
Okay, so have a good weekend, everybody. And
thank you.
We'll talk again on Saturday, next Saturday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Be careful. It's still recording.
Stop recording.
Maybe I stop